guys, so welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly team call. Today is March 30th, guys. Holy moly, we only have today and tomorrow left of this month. That is it, and then we are moving into April. So I wanted to just say congratulations to any new coaches who joined the team over this past week. We're super excited to have you guys here. You're joining an awesome team. And I like to always start out with recognition. I know I saw a couple posts go up on the team page today. I don't know if the coaches are actually on today on this call right now that they can give them a shout out, but if you have anybody that you'd like to recognize, unmute yourself or comment in the chat so we can congratulate them. We have anybody? Nope. All right. I think Michelle Rod's coach became an Emerald coach today. I can't remember her name, but congratulations. That's exciting. And I also, too, wanted to congratulate a couple of my newer coaches. They were making their very first post on social media about becoming a Beachbody coach, just sharing why they are here, why they are a part of this. And I had another one of my coaches did her first workout for quarter fourth the other day. So that's exciting. That's the beginning of something new too. So keep it up, guys. We are really excited for you. All right. So I'm going to dive into, we have lots of announcements today. So I'm glad that you guys are on because we have a lot of important stuff that we're going to be going over. So first and foremost, I'm not doing the challenge tracker app for my next challenge group. What I'm going to do is I have a challenge group that is set up that's going to be starting on April 3rd, and I'm going to keep it pretty much like an ongoing group. So it's going to be a place for, I'm going to kick off the challenge group on the 3rd, and then that way I'm going to leave everybody in there. I'll let people know, when our next challenge groups are going to be starting, so we can all start together. It'll be a bunch of people doing, all different kinds of workouts, especially since the new hot thing now is the All Access Beachbody On Demand Pass. So everybody's always doing different workouts. Nobody's doing the same thing hardly anymore. And it'll be a place for people to stay. And so that way, you have a lot of times you have people, they do one program and then they get results and then they fall off and then they don't really do anything for a while. This way, they'll be in the group. They'll be seeing other people actively engaged, getting results, doing their workout, and then they'll be re-inspired at some point to hop back in and to try a new workout program and to get back at it again. So that is what it is going to be. So if you need to be added, or have anybody that wants to be added, a post will be going up on the team page, I think, tomorrow for that. Yeah, I really like that idea too. Especially now too, like I said, that we have the All Access Beachbody On Demand Pass. And before, when I pretty much built my whole business off of the 21-day fix before they came out with the All Access Pass. So I was always, able to have, start and stop 21-day fix challenge groups. But now this just makes way more sense. All right, so let's see here. Also, some really exciting news, guys. The All Access Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack. This is going to be awesome, guys. I hope you're going to write this down. Is going to be on sale for $160 as of April 3rd. So there is no excuses anymore, guys, because that is a ridiculous deal. Honestly, it kind of gets me mad that they lowered it, because I think for $199, it's like a steal. So it is the Spring Health, deal that they are putting on promotion starting April 3rd, $160. Ridiculous, ridiculous deal. So there's no way that everybody on this team shouldn't be able to help 3 people get started on their journey, because price is not going to be an option at all anymore. So we have that. They are also releasing a brand new vegan vanilla Shakeology. I heard that I don't want to say it out loud in case I might have read it wrong, but I thought that I heard somebody say vegan cafe latte as well being released, but don't quote me on that one. But definitely vanilla vegan Shakeology is going to be released next month. And I don't know if you guys have tried any of the vegan Shakeology flavors, but Nick and I love vegan chocolate. It is our favorite one. So this is going to be a big hit for a lot of people. The sale is going to be for the whole month of April for the All Access Challenge Pack. Alrighty. And then Christina, I know you're hopping on right now, but you just missed it. for starting on April 3rd, the All Access Challenge Pack is going from $199 down to $160 for the challenge pack for the whole month of April, starting April 3rd. Awesome, awesome deal. And Vegan Vanilla Shakeology is being released as well next month. Okay. We also have, guys, if you want to receive an invitation to come to the Team Forever Strong second annual Diamond Retreat that I am throwing for you guys, which is going to be taking place on June 3rd. It is all on me. You just have to get yourself there. Unless you're a team leader, I'm going to be giving you guys travel cash so that you can apply towards your travels. It's all on me, guys. But one of the requirements is that you hit Success Club this month. So don't think, so long term. Don't think like, oh my God, like I have to get to Diamond and I got to do this. Focus on the smaller things that you can do here and now, which is let's get the momentum going, get the inviting out, start helping people so that you can hit Success Club for the month of April and for the month of May. So focus on April. That is a requirement. I am not making any exceptions for anybody. That it's got to be it. You're going to have to work for it. All right. So mark that down. And let's see here. Super Saturday. We have Super Saturday coming on April 8th. I know the one in Framingham that I'm going to be going to is completely sold out. There's a ton of people from the team going to it. Autumn Calabrese is going to be there doing a live workout. It's going to be awesome. If you do not live in the area, please make sure that you check out the Coach Online office. Go to the training and then click on events, and then you can find one in your area. Getting to the events is a must. It changes things for your business. It's part of the puzzle. So, if you're not where you want to be with this business, you have to look at all those pieces and ask yourself, are you doing them? One of the things, just like Bob Lucido went over last week in the team call that he ran for us, one of the major things is getting to the events. Are you getting yourself to these events? And it starts with the quarterly Super Saturday. So everybody should be there. You guys all know in advance when they are. They plan them out every quarter. So you can easily take time off, put it into your calendar, plan around your schedule so that you can get there. But it's so, so, so important. Summit. We have Summit coming up on July 13 in New Orleans. I can't wait for this, guys. It's going to be awesome. I know a bunch of you are going to be there. It's going to be your first one, and be prepared to be completely blown away. If you are a brand new coach and you've hit Success Club for your first 3 months, you can receive your free ticket to the next Super Saturday, which is in 2018. Otherwise, you can get your ticket for $195. And remember, guys, it's an investment into your business. You can write it off. It's tax deductible. I cannot talk tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on. And you can write it all off. But it is one of those things, guys, that I swear to God, if every coach went to Summit, you would never even consider quitting this business, because it gets you to see the bigger picture. Especially too, same thing with the Super Saturdays. You see real people having results. It's not just, you sitting here in your corner at night, right, working behind your computer. You can see what you can really do with this opportunity if you take it seriously. Which, since I'm going down that path, I'm going to go down that path now. Since I'm talking about this, guys, and just, I'm talking about the Diamond Retreat and, you guys being able to qualify to be there, and, getting yourself to the events and getting yourself to the Summit and to Super Saturday, all that jazz. I really, really, really want you guys to start to wrap your brain around the fact that you are your own boss with this. Every single person on this call right now, every single person who listens to the recording, we own our own businesses. What happens or doesn't happen in this business is a direct reflection of the things you either choose not to do or choose to do. It has nothing to do with your upline coach, whether they've checked out, quit, or whatever. It has nothing to do about how many no's you get. Nothing. It is a direct reflection between what you are choosing to do every single day in this business. And I know, guys, sometimes it can be hard if you have especially a full-time job. You have that employee mentality going on. With this business, guys, you got to get rid of that. Otherwise, you won't build a successful business. You're not an employee. You can't sit around and wait for somebody to tell you what to do. You have to go take that self-initiative. And I could sit here and I could literally tell you guys step by step, exactly what I did every single day for my entire first year of this and how I built it into a six-figure income. I could tell you exactly how much I worked. I could give you my exact messages. I could literally tell you specific things of what I did. But I can't be over there on your end being self-disciplined, actually doing the work. And it's the coaches who stop and fall short or quit. Those are the ones who have that employee mentality. You have to switch it and say, I am a CEO. This is my business, and really start treating it like a legit business, right? And, you know, if you have a full-time job and you work for somebody else, and I said this in my Push to Success Club group that we have going on, right? You work for somebody else, you go in every day, your boss comes up to you and says, okay, here you go, Kathy, I need this file, needs to be done by the end of the month. Everything needs to be complete in it, and you need to hand it to me on my desk complete with no problems by the end of the month. You wouldn't be like, screw it, I don't feel like doing this tonight or the next. You bet your ass that folder would be handed and would be down on your boss's desk. And it's not even for you, it's for your damn boss. Right? You are your own boss with this. So you need to be the one behind the scenes every single day, guys, relentlessly working and fighting towards that bigger vision of why you are here and what your purpose is. So important. And I'm going to be talking a lot about that throughout this entire year. Is going to be really focusing on wrapping your brain around the fact that this is your own business. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk about too, guys, is I'm sure that you guys have seen this, and I haven't had a chance yet to do mine yet, just because we're in the middle of the move. So, you know, just don't mind the crap show in the back. We have a couple more days left in our home and we're out of there. So it's been a little chaotic, but I'm sure you guys have been seeing other coaches probably on the network hashtagging I am Team Beachbody. They've been making a post on social media. They've been putting a nice picture with themselves. They've been putting I am Team Beachbody and writing this whole story about it. I haven't had a chance to do mine yet, but I'm going to do mine tomorrow morning, and I will share it with you guys. But this is the thing, guys. I want every single person on this team to do this, because the whole point with this I am Team Beachbody thing, you need to hashtag it, and you can even search for ones on Facebook so that you can see and read sample stories. The whole point, guys, is to bring it back to what your purpose is of why you're coaching. This isn't about how much money you're earning. This isn't about the fact that, you know, you're rank advancing or that your team is so big or that you're hitting Success Club or all that. It is about the person who you are becoming along the way, or the person who you are working to become if you are a brand new coach, right? So I want you to think about that. And if you need some samples, like I said, you can go ahead and you can search for that hashtag I am Team Beachbody and get some ideas. But this is where it gets real, guys, where you get real and you get vulnerable and you share with others, guys, this gift that we have been given. This business is a gift, and it doesn't matter if this is your first day as a coach. Everybody is here for a reason. Everyone was brought here from a different path in life with a different vision of where they want to go, but we were brought here for a reason. Why are you here? And sometimes, especially if you've been doing this for a while, maybe you've lost sight of that. So maybe when you go and you make this post, it's going to be more for yourself as a reminder of why you are Team Beachbody Coach and what this has done for you. So I want you guys to go ahead, and I want you to do the same thing. I want you to go ahead and make your picture, I am Team Beachbody, and tell your story of the person who you've become. Share with others who you were before getting into this and who you have become. It's about that personal self-growth along the way, guys. That's what this whole thing is about. And it's about how many people can we help along the way? Who can we inspire? People are going to read these posts, guys, and these are the ones that really hit home. These are the ones that really hit home, because it's not about money. And it's not about, like I said, your rank in the company or how many Success Club points you have. It's about who are you working to become, because we're all not there yet. No one is there yet. We're working at it every single day. And that's what this opportunity has done for me and for everybody on the team, guys. It's opened up our eyes to see that we deserve better. We can become better. So I will definitely be sharing with you guys mine. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't want these to just like go off into, you know, never land and we never see them again. I'm going to be screenshotting all of them, and I'll make a post on the page about this too, but I want you guys to share it in the team page. I will be screenshotting them, and then I will be creating an album in the photo section there of all of our stories. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm so dehydrated today, guys. I don't think the Energize is helping. All right. So let me see here. But yeah, I can't wait to read all your stories, guys, because this stuff, this is the power. This is where it gets really, really powerful. And this is where it will definitely touch someone's life. And all it needs to touch is one person for the ripple effect to go ahead and go into full bloom there. Okay. Did I catch any of that? Does anybody have any questions about that whole laundry list of items that I just went over? I want to make sure I got everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe not. Okay, any questions down here? I forget, Angie, the exact cutoff date. If anybody knows who's on the call right now, if you hit Success Club February, March, and April, will you get a free ticket to this year's summit? I don't want to give you the exact answer right now in case I'm wrong. I will find the exact cutoff date unless somebody else knows what it is and wants to, just kind of comment below. But there was a cutoff date. You might be okay. But if not, then you'll get the free ticket to go to next year's summit. So I'll find that out for you. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Cutoff date for Success Club and Summit. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so that was the long laundry list of items, guys. All right, now we are going to go into talking about a couple things tonight that are so important in this business. One of them, and I'm going to go right into it, is talking about really just focusing on running your own race. And I'm going to kind of tell you a story about the time that I ran the Boston Marathon and how we can relate to running your own race in this business. So I'm not a long distance runner, guys. I never have been, never intended on being. I was a sprinter. That was it. I was a 100-meter dash. I was a 4x100 relay racer. That was my thing. And that was the thing that I was awesome at. And if it was any further than that, I just had no desire to do it. Until one year, my husband and I just kind of decided that I wanted to say that I ran a marathon. I wanted to say I ran a marathon. I wanted to check it off my bucket list and do it. So Nick and I trained for it. And we trained for like 3 or 4 months, and we trained out in, where I lived in Uxbridge, which is lots of hills and inclines, and it was definitely hard. And I thought, well, this is going to be awesome because, the course is not going to be this hilly like this, and I'm going to be so prepared for this thing. I'm going to do awesome. Like, I'm going to do so awesome, right? I'm going to be so prepared. The marathon is probably going to be actually easier than one of these runs right now because of the amount of hills that I'm going up. And like every time I would go out to run this race, I like damn near died. And I'd bring Starburst with me. I'm a total amateur. I don't have any of the right things. I would bring Starburst, and I'd be eating Starburst along the way, whatever, to keep my energy up. So anyways, now we're flashing forward and race day is here. So I, have my sweatshirt thing on, like, so that I don't sweat. I have like the body glide on my like armpits so I don't chafe, and I had like the special socks, and I had some okay sneakers going, and I had my little iPod at the time with the strap, that goes around the race, goes around my upper arm here. And so we get up there, and I remember being like so nervous, and they have you going kind of like in waves and stuff based on your numbers. And I just remember looking around, and I'm looking around at all the runners, and I'm looking around at the people like in the front, and they're like hardcore runners, not an ounce of body fat on their body. They have these awesome sneakers. They've got like the perfect runner's body, and just perfect form, perfect shape, perfect, everything on them is perfect. Like, they look like you're going to be number one in this race. To the point where I'm like looking back at myself, actually questioning, what the hell are you even doing you are screwed, right? What did you get yourself into? So I instantly start looking around. And, you know, the gun goes off and we start. And I was literally, you know, and I'm just jogging. And now, you know, your adrenaline's going because the sideline, the entire way is lined with people cheering you on, which is good. But, you know, it also kind of, you know, gets you wanting to go a little faster than you usually would. So we start out, you know, kind of fast. And then all of a sudden I'm feeling, you know, kind of lightheaded. And this was literally, guys, only around mile like 8. Okay, I'm getting lightheaded now at this point. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And so I'm just kind of jogging. Now there's these medical tents all along the way. And this is not made up by any means at all. I'm not even embellishing. I wish I could say I was. But I'm jogging along and I'm seeing all the medical tents and I'm like, I don't know, Nick. Like, I just feel really dizzy and I feel really weak. I don't know what's going on. Like, and he's like, are you shitting me, Kathy? Like, we're only at mile frickin' 8. What do you, this is a marathon. I don't know. I just feel wicked weak. And, you know, and I look down and my entire left hand was literally blue and was super swollen. And I had to go over to the medical tent. And it turns out I was just so nervous from the start of the race that I tightened my iPod strap thing, the Velcro one, so tight around my arm that it was cutting off circulation. So yeah, I'm like, way to go, Kathy. We're off to a bang with this one, right? You're good. Like, you got another, like, whatever. You're good luck. So, you know, and now the thoughts are coming into my mind, like, Kathy, like, this is really bad. You know, like, now your circulation's cut off in your arm. You're only at mile like 8.5. I'm not kidding. The guy at the tent was like, okay, here's some Gatorade and here's some of this. And, you know, you're going to have to run with your arm in the air for a couple miles. And that's what he tells me to do. So I'm like, holy crap, like, way to draw attention to myself, right? So I set off with my arm in the air, like total gimp now, like total loser, because now I feel like shit. And, you know, then I go to the bathroom. I'm hanging out in the bathroom, just like taking my time, kind of giving myself a pep talk. There was like a little mirror that you can't even barely see yourself in. And I remember looking in it going, oh my God, please, dear God, give me the strength. I just don't know if I can do this. This is so bad. Like, my circulation is cut off. Like, I'm so weak right now. What if I just walked off this course? No one would ever know. Like, who cares, right? Who cares? I mean, I was just doing this for myself anyways. And I come out of it. And Nick's like, you know, like, oh my God, you could tell he was trying to be super supportive, but he was like, what the heck were you doing in there for so long? This is, I mean, Kathy, the guy with the oxygen tank is passing us back there, right? Like, literally, there was a guy with an oxygen tank. So I set off. I set off and I'm jogging, you know, and I'm seeing these people, all these people pass me, and I'm, you know, asking myself and thinking, I don't, like, look at that person passing me. Like, how can they be passing me? Like, why am I not going? Why can't I just go faster? Like, I trained for this. This old guy came by, then another old guy came by pushing a wheelchair. And I'm like, oh, he's pushing a wheelchair. Like, you can't do this. And, you know, then, like I said, literally, there were actually a couple people that came by with an oxygen tank on, with the little wheels thing, with, like, whatever what the hell are those things called? The tubes and all. And I'm like, why is this such a struggle? Like, this is ridiculous. And guys, and I could have got totally discouraged. I could have been totally discouraged and been like, you know what? It just isn't meant for me to run a marathon. Mind you, before I ran the marathon, I had to get a cortisone shot in both my feet. And the doctor had told me my feet were not meant to run marathons. And the most I could do would be like a half of a marathon. Okay. So, needless to say, I could have got discouraged and I could have said, you know what, I can't do this. And the doctor told me that my feet are not meant to run marathons. Clearly, I'm not meant to run marathons because I started out, you know, at mile 8 in the medical tent with circulation being cut off. And I'm watching people pass me now and I'm barely moving. Nick is, you know, pushing me up the hill. But guys, I didn't stop moving. I didn't go off the course and quit. I didn't say, screw it, I'm done, and throw up my hands. I walked as much as I needed to. I would stop and slow down. I would walk. I would grab some Gatorade. I would grab some water. I'd start again. I'd start jogging again, right? I just did one foot in front of the other, the entire thing, and focused on me, and I focused on my breathing, and if I felt like I was going to die, I stopped and I walked some more. And I just took it one step at a time until finally, at the very end, I remember seeing the Citgo sign and being like, oh my God, I'm almost there. It's only a couple more miles. And that gave me motivation. I just kept going, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, you know? And that is exactly, guys, like this business. You come into this business and, you know, how many of you have started out and you've seen another coach who's started maybe around the same time as you, just like take off, and you start looking at them and you think to yourself, like, damn it, like, why is she doing so awesome and I haven't been able to sign anybody up yet? Or, you know, this person's doing that and, you know, this person has a blog and I should start doing this. And then you start getting really sidetracked and you're spending all this time looking at somebody else when you should just be focusing on yourself. And the thing is, guys, too, is that you have to work at your own pace. And I will talk about running your own race like this, and you will be hearing me, but you will not be internalizing it. People will be on this call scrolling the news feed, looking at other coaches. As I'm saying, don't look at other people, run your own race. You have to internalize these things. Like, you can't just listen to it and let it go in and be like, okay, yeah, I run my own race. And then as soon as this call gets over, you're like, let me check out what this top coach is doing, or let me do this. That is not going to help you guys. Like, you cannot compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 21. You know, you just cannot do it. You will totally get so discouraged and you will feel so defeated. And it doesn't matter, guys. Like, if you're in pain or you feel like stopping, you can stop for a little bit and you can take a break and you can slow it down, just like I had to do when I ran the Boston Marathon. But you don't totally stop or quit. You don't want to do that, because then you'll be back to scratch, right? You'll be back to square one. But you can slow down. But you also want to be making sure that you are working at your own pace, because we all come from different scenarios right now. We all have different, you know, amounts of time. We all have different amounts of time available that we can spend on this business. There are people, guys, you just have to accept it, that there are people who come into this business that have an upper leg because they have a, you know, bigger network system, or maybe they are a little bit better with communicating and talking to people, right? Maybe that just comes naturally to them. So those are some areas that you might need to work on a little bit. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get to where they are, but you have to always stay focused on yourself and your own race, and just focus on the here and now. Focus on those baby steps. You know, like when I was running that Boston Marathon and I was at mile 8 for a second there, you know, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to make it all the way to the very end? Like, I'm only at mile 8. Then when I switched my thinking after totally beating myself up for a little bit and walking and focusing on my breathing, I said, all right, Kathy, like, you are just going to focus on one step at a time. You're doing one baby step. And I remember looking at the different, you know, marks along the way that signaled that I was getting closer. So that's what you have to do. Instead of focusing on like the big, huge picture, focus on what is right in front of you. What can I do today that is going to move my business forward? What are the little things? What is something that when I go to bed at night, I can say, okay, I did something to move my business forward today, versus looking at somebody else. Because honestly, guys, there's coaches in this network. I mean, I did move at astronomical speeds, especially my first year. But there are coaches, guys, in this network who moved faster, who started before me. And I could very well say, do the same thing. Like, oh my gosh, like, she, you know, whatever, did this X, Y, and Z. Why can't I do that? Like, what's happening? And you just can't do that. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different journey. Everybody has different things going on. Keep it simple and focus on yourself, you know, till you get yourself into a good flow and get yourself into some momentum. You don't want to be pushing yourself, you know, so hard where you're killing yourself, but you also don't want to be comfortable. You definitely do want to be feeling some pain. Just like when I was running the Boston Marathon, I was in pain, you know, until I got myself into a good flow of, all right, that pace was a little bit too fast for me at the beginning. I'm going to slow it down now a little bit. I'm slowing it down. I'm going to walk a little bit, right? So you definitely want to get to the point where you're not comfortable, you're definitely pushing yourself out of the comfort zone and you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, all right? So you definitely want to make sure that you're at that point. You want to be challenged. That is the key word there. What are you doing every day that is moving you forward, but that is also challenging you? Because without challenge, you're not growing. And we want to focus on growing every single day by just taking these small, little baby action steps of the here and now. Focus on those small baby steps and then celebrate those small wins along the way. Okay. As you get comfortable and things start to fall into place, that thing that was now challenging you actually starts to become comfortable. And again, you have to reassess and think, all right, what can I do next now to bring myself out of my comfort zone, to challenge myself more so I can continue to grow? That's what this is about. And, if you get stuck, guys, and you get like sidetracked and you fall into that comparison game, one of the things that's going to really help you is doing a lot of personal development. Like, you have to get really, really secure with your mission with this. And it doesn't really matter what the hell the other coaches are doing, because their goals are not your goals. Your goals are not theirs. We all have different goals, right? Somebody who's working this business for 1 hour a day has different goals than I do. Somebody who's working this business for 3 hours a day has different goals than someone who's working it 8 hours a day and does this full time, right? It's different for everyone. So just do your own pace. Be okay with enjoying the journey. This, believe it or not, guys, the journey part, this part right now is actually the most exciting part for you in this business. It's now. And learning to really be grateful for the moment that you're in now. That's the key to it. Because when you hit the goals, it's awesome. But it's when you get back on track and you're continuing to reach more, every day, being okay with falling flat on your face and failing and getting back up again, right? If you're the type of person who's like a major perfectionist and you don't like to make mistakes, you might plateau a little bit. You have to be okay with failing. And just remember that the failures along the way, those are all learning experiences for you guys. And the people who are having success and are continuing to have success, when you look around on people on the team or people in the network, any of the top coaches, they've just failed a lot. And they've learned from it. And they didn't sit around and wait for somebody to tell them to do it. If they had an idea, they just did it. Because you have to be a self-starter and you have to be a go-getter, and be willing to just go and do it and take action as an entrepreneur. Does anybody have any questions about any of that stuff so far? Okay, yeah. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Just be willing to try, guys. I've seen a lot of people come and go in this business because they've played the comparison game. And it is so true. People will come in and they'll look at somebody who's been a coach for 2 years, or they'll look at somebody who's been a coach for a year, or they'll look at me, and they'll see the things that these other coaches have accomplished, and then they compare their week 1 to somebody's year 3, and you can't do that because we all start out in the same place. So those are some tips, right? Number 1, get rid of your news feed. Do not play the comparison game. So get rid of your news feed so that you are not scrolling and looking at other active coaches. And I know I said this earlier, but honestly, guys, there will be people who listen to this recording, if they even listen to it, and they will literally be scrolling Facebook as I'm talking about, don't compare and don't look at other people, run your own race. So internalize it and take it seriously. So get rid of the news feed. Focus on the here and now, what you can do today. What are the small things that you can do today to help move your business forward? And be patient. Be okay with where you're at. Do not compare your chapter to somebody else's chapter 21. Next piece that I want to talk about, and this is so important, guys, is having a success partner. So how many of you guys have success partners for the 2 I can see? Yeah. And you know what, guys? Sometimes it takes some time. But Having a success partner, guys, is really the game changer for you. It is the game changer for you. So you can post in the team page. You can go to the Beachbody Champions page. It doesn't need to be somebody on our team at all. It doesn't need to be somebody in the downline. It can be somebody else on a completely different team. But you want to be with somebody who is at a very similar level to where you're at. So if you're crushing Success Club and somebody approaches you about being your success partner who has never hit Success Club, that might not be the best match for you, because you want to be at a very similar level so that way you guys can push each other. Because we all have the strong why, or you hope you have the strong why, of the purpose of you being a Team Beachbody coach, why you are here right now, and what your vision is. Like, what the heck gets you up out of bed every day? What gets you staying up at night, working the business? What is that thing, right? But we also hit that point sometimes where we just don't feel like doing it, right? You hit that block, you start to question yourself. You start to doubt yourself. I went through that, guys, a lot last year. I had a very tough year last year. And and at the level I was at, even, it happens to everybody. It doesn't matter how much you make. It doesn't matter how big your team is. It doesn't matter what you're ranked, right? Everybody goes through it. And when you have that success partner who can get you to pull your head out of your butt and get you back on track and can motivate you and can uplift you, it makes the world a difference. It makes the world a difference. They help hold you accountable to your health and fitness goals. They help hold you accountable to your business goals. You guys can bounce ideas off of each other, and everybody does better when they have a partner. You can't be an island in this business, and I use that term a lot for many different reasons, but you can't figure it out on your own. You have to have somebody else there who's going to be right by your side. And you know what? Over time, you might change success partners. I've had to change success partners a bunch of different times, actually, right? Because sometimes, you start out and you're at the same level and it's a good match then, but then, one of you might grow a little faster or might move to a different place than the other person is. And so you need to readjust, and you still will always be in touch with that other person, but you always want to get somebody who's going to be right there with you, who's going to be, if you're working this business and you're hardcore and, you're cranking it out, you want to be with somebody else too who's that driven, who's taking it that seriously. Really, it's the coaches who have success. I've seen it now in the past almost 3 years. It's my 3-year mark at the end of June. In the past 3 years of doing this, it's the coaches who have success month after month after month after month. Those are the ones who have success partners, right? Those ones who are hitting Success Club. If you look at the leaderboard and you see the ones whose name is always there every single month, I guarantee that if you asked them in a private message, do you have a success partner? They would all tell you yes, because you're going to hit roadblocks and you're going to hit, bumps along the road, and things, are going to be a struggle, and you're going to feel like, I've tried everything. How come this isn't working anymore? Or what else can I do? But if you have that success partner, that person to bounce ideas off of with, that's going to be the differentiating factor with whether or not you have success that month or not, because you just can't do it on your own. You can't. It's that accountability. They hold you accountable. And we all know what being held accountable does for you. We all know it makes the world a difference. Okay? So sometimes it takes a while to find the right fit, and that's okay. Just be on a mission, be on a lookout, and try to find somebody. Like I said, you can post on the team page. You can post in the Beachbody Champions page. Describe yourself. Describe who you are. You want someone like you, who you're going to mesh well with, who you'd be friends with, but who is also at the same place in their business as you. Okay? Literally a game changer, guys, because they will empower you. Your success partner is going to empower you, is going to help you, and you're going to do the same thing for that person. So it works both ways. It works both ways. Okay? All right. I think that's all I had tonight, guys. I hope that this helped. Does anybody have any questions about, running your own race and success partners, any of that stuff? They are important topics, guys, and I know, like I said, it happens to everybody where you can play. It's easy to play the comparison game, right? It's so easy. That's the big one. You know, that is the really big one with like, why is this person able to sign up all these people, or why she signed up after me and she's like way out there. What the heck am I doing wrong? And you're not doing anything wrong. It's just that everybody learns at different speeds, and that other person might have more time than you, and they might have a bigger network right out of the gate. They might be better with people and have, you know, and this is all learned stuff that you're going to do along the way. And also, again, it goes down to those small daily things. Are you doing what is going to build your business? And when you lay it all out there, it is, if you are ever stuck, you have to give yourself an honest assessment, and you have to look at all those pieces of the puzzle and ask yourself, when was the last time I went to a Beachbody event? Never been. All right, that might be a piece right there. Check it off. Find out when the next event is. Get to it. We have the Diamond Retreat coming up, Super Saturday coming up. Be at it. Be an entrepreneur and look at your calendar and be like, you know what? I am going to be there. I'm going to be at both of those things. This is my business. I'm going to take this seriously. So you got to look at that. All right, when was the last time I was at the events? Okay, what am I doing for personal development? It can't be just listening to the National Wake Up Call, guys, because that's not personal development. That is part of your day-to-day task and your day-to-day actions and the things that you should be doing to build your business. What book are you actually reading, or what are you listening to on Audible, right? Okay, if you're not doing something, it's not a big deal. It's an easy fix. Look at the area in your life, in your business, that you are struggling with, all right? This year, I personally need to become a better leader. So this year, everything that I have been doing for personal development has been on leadership. Everything. And that is what I'm focusing on. I don't care what anybody tells me about how awesome this book is or that book is, or you should. I ignore it all because I know that I want to grow in the leadership category. Thanks, Kristen. You are too. You're so nice. So you have to look at the area that you can improve on and then focus in on that, right? So look at that. Then say to yourself, okay, like I'm hitting this plateau. Am I inspired right now? Am I inspired right now? Am I excited about this business? When my business hit the massive plateau last year, I had lost that excitement. That was the key to it. And you know, I always say it, people are drawn to excitement and confidence. They can feel it in your posts, right? I had gotten away from doing my programs and being all in with them. I got away from being consistent with personal development. I was still growing and developing into the leader that I wanted to be and learning along the way. And I got a little sidetracked. So think about those things, right? Are you excited about this? If you're not, then you need to recommit to a program and get back to that blue box and how you felt when it arrived on your countertop that very first day and when you were in that challenge group. Okay? And the business activity tracker, if you're in our Coach Basics, and it might even be on the team page too in the file section, but it goes through and it'll show you, it will literally show you every single thing that you should be doing daily to build a business. And if you do it, you will build a business. Like I said, I can show you exactly what I have done to build a six-figure business. I can tell you exactly how many invites I did. I can give you my exact script. I can tell you exactly how many hours that I've worked on this. I can help you get exactly where you want to be. But the people who fall off or stop, they just stop doing what I've told them to do. It is that simple. So print out that business activity tracker. It's those things. Am I doing the vital behaviors every day? Am I inviting? Inviting, not just saying, let me know if you'd ever be interested. Explicitly inviting. Am I inviting? Am I sharing my story on social media every single day? You know, if you look at your wall at the end of the night before you go to bed and you're like, oh crap, like I didn't really post anything up that's adding value today. Like, you know, or this post kind of looks a little salesy. Then you know that's an area that you need to tweak, right? Am I adding to my network? Am I growing my network so that I have more eyes on me? It's all these little pieces, guys. And am I doing my follow-ups, right? It's these little pieces. It's a big puzzle. It's not like one or two things that's going to grow your business and get you to really build this thing big. It's all of those things that Bob Lucido went over too last week on the call. There's all those key components, and you need to make sure that you are plugging in and you're doing all of those things. So anyways, guys, I'm excited for this year because like I said, I'm spending a ton of time really trying to get you guys to really be entrepreneurs. Think like entrepreneurs, act like entrepreneurs, and get away from the employee mentality. Because if you can get away from that and you can focus on, I am a CEO, you are going to blow this up. So does anybody have any questions before I let you guys go for tonight? No questions. All right. All right, guys. Well, if you hopped on late, make sure you just go back to the beginning to check the announcements because we had some really exciting news that was just released. So go back and just listen to that part. I will post the recording tonight. And thanks for being here, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.